Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Agave Talk, your number one source for everything agave. We appreciate you being here with us today. Super excited, super stoked. Why? Not only is it because I have El Tesoro in front of me, all right? El Tesoro Tequila, hands down, one of my absolute favorite brands. Been drinking El Tesoro forever. And, you know, when anybody asks me, hey, what's one of your go-to tequilas? What's an amazing tequila? What's something that is super delicious and you always have in stock at the house, like your favorite tequila, right? One of those brands I always share is El Tesoro. Yes. On top of that, all right, this is the 85th anniversary. Super excited. Yes, the distillery La Alteña has been making tequila for 85 years. I'm going to give you a little bit of history for sure on that and explain to you also what is this Booker's Bourbon. If you're a tequila person, you're here because of tequila, you don't know bourbon, like me, I'm not a bourbon guy. I'm going to be honest. I had to go, learn and research a little bit. But if you are a bourbon person, you do know Booker's, and you then do know why that might be special as well, because apparently it's supposed to be a pretty special bourbon. So super excited for this today. Hold on. Oh my God, almost forgot. Extra, double, triple excited. Don't know what you want to call it. I'm going to get to that in a minute. El Tesoro 85th anniversary. Look at this box, the branding on this. This is a huge wooden box. Solid too. Like, this isn't, particle board, guys. This is beautiful pieces of wood. You got this 85th anniversary embossed on there, kind of like burned into the wood with the gold. Taking a look on the back, it's got a little bit of a story I will read to you. You then got some regulatory stuff going on down here, of course, coming out of NOM 1139. All right, this is an extra añejo tequila, aged 36 months in those 30th anniversary bourbon, Booker's bourbon barrels, and kind of like a tongue twister. But I'm going to read you a little bit on the back right here and show you what this actually says. All right, let me adjust that lighting. Like most great partnerships, El Tesoro's 85th anniversary started off as a friendship. El Tesoro master distiller Carlos Camarena has known the No's, Booker No, and his son Fred for the better part of 30 years. He knew they shared a passion for making spirits the traditional way, bringing the knowledge of their predecessors forged over generations into every new batch. So super cool. This right here, already digging the story, the backstory. Also, if you follow us on Instagram, thank you. All right. But I also put a post of like a tablet. You got to go see it. Go to Agave Talk, all right, on Instagram. I actually have a tablet, and it's Carlos Camarena actually speaking to you and sharing kind of the story behind this. Go check that out. All right. Continuing on, it says, for this special batch, a collection of oak barrels that held Booker's 30th anniversary bourbon for up to 16 years made its way down from Kentucky to La Alteña Distillery in Jalisco. Still rich with the vanilla flavor loved by Fred No, the barrels held safe this extra añejo tequila for at least 36 months, each tapped only when it was at the peak of its maturity, right? So that's what master distillers do. Think of like a conductor of an orchestra. They're coming in, this is El Tesoro Blanco. They're taking El Tesoro Blanco, but they're using barrels to create something super limited, super exclusive, just something that's never been done before. And they're using that aging process in a different barrels to achieve that. That's the purpose of limited editions, all right? So is this going to taste like a traditional tequila? I'm not sure, all right? It's really going to rely and depend on those barrels, but those barrels were chosen for a reason to give it a different kind of flavor, right? So I'm really excited to check this out and, see what that flavor is going to taste like and if it's going to be delicious or not. All right, I hope so. I'm pretty confident right now. Again, like I said, El Tesoro, one of my favorite brands ever, and I'm super excited to share this. Now, though, before I open it, back to the surprise, all right? Well, I got the 75th anniversary here too. Yes, you can look at the difference though between the packaging, what 10 years does. Interesting, right? But I actually am releasing this today as well. First time ever, double feature, right? This bottle, man, I wasn't even meant to drink this. I wasn't even supposed to, planning nothing. It was an impromptu review. Go watch that video now. It released today, all right? So if you're here from the 75th anniversary, cool, thanks for being here. But if you're here for the 85th, go check out the 75th as well and find out why, I ended up making an impromptu video on this, and I just got to listen to the words of wisdom from a very good friend of mine named Javier and drink more of my stuff that's just kind of, been sitting there, all right? So go check that out. I'm going to get him away because that's not the star of the show. The star of the show right here. Let me open this up, bring this to the side. And it's got like a little notch, a little slide out, and there it is. Woohoo! Before I pull that bottle out though, take a look at this again, guys. This is like that wood. It's just, man, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful packaging. That gold that they're using for the anniversaries, right? Like the 75th, you'll see that. And just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful branding on this, okay? Taking a look though here, this right now is, oh yeah, it's got like a foam molding, and look at that bottle. Oh man, absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So El Tesoro, they are using the same labels, right? But this has that 85th anniversary on there. You can see 1937, 2022, that's 85 years, okay? But it's like this raised embossed metal. This is absolutely stunning, and my camera is making it look perfect. Man, that shot is incredible. HD, I hope you're watching this in like 4K. All right, guys. Looking at the bottom, the label down here, you got Carlos Camarena, Fred No, from the Booker's team, from the El Tesoro team. All right, 50 rare casts, limited edition. And again, they're using those Booker 30 anniversary barrels. This is clocking in at 42.5%. So it is a little bit of an overproof extra añejo, 36 months. Super excited, limited edition. All right. Looking on the back, there really is nothing going on the back outside of the regulatory stuff. Of course, the NOM 1139, and bringing it back up top. Then looking at the neck, you can see that black, that limited edition ribbon there. Basically what was on the front of the box is on the neck. And what's cool here, this is a little detail, paying attention details. El Tesoro is known for their Tahona toppers, right? The tequila is using a Tahona to crush the agave, extract that juice. But this is a little bit more detailed for sure. Definitely a little bit more detailed. And of course, you got that gold embossment medallion up top. I'm so excited, all right? So El Tesoro 85th anniversary, just to give you guys, before I open this up, a little bit of history. If you did not know, actually, El Tesoro, you could go to Wikipedia and actually read about the history of El Tesoro. And that's where I'm getting my information from right now. And the history is, there was a man named Don Felipe Camarena, and he was an agave grower who was raised in a family that had previously been making tequila in the Mexican state of Jalisco, right? And this has been going on since the 1800s, right? The 1800s. And let me get this box out while I'm talking. I'm looking at the box. Let me move that. So the Camarena family has been making tequila since the 1800s. They've been in the business since the 1800s, a long time ago. However, after 50 years of producing tequila, the family's distillery had been destroyed during the Mexican Revolution of 1910, okay? I've not said anything about La Alteña yet. The original distillery from the 1800s, destroyed in the Mexican Revolution of 1910. So, fast forward. Camarena started out by growing and selling agave plants to other distillers. But in 1937, he opened up La Alteña Distillery. Yes, and it was only 20 miles from the family's original distillery. The distillery is located near an underground spring, which served as a consistent source of energy. Camarena himself ended up passing the business on to his family members. And right now, the family member overseeing this is Carlos Camarena, the master distiller of El Tesoro at La Alteña. So super cool. Go down that rabbit hole. A little bit of Booker's. Like I said, I had to go and, Google Booker's. And for this 85th anniversary, it said to create this unparalleled expression, we worked with our friend and Jim Beam master distiller, Fred No, aging the tequila in legendary Booker's 30th anniversary barrels for over 3 years. All right. They're saying it's a super complex layered tequila. I trust, you know, Don Camarena, Senor, hats off for sure. I've met him in person before, the family as well. I visited La Alteña, and I mean, just such amazing, amazing people, really producing such an amazing spirit. Like I said, El Tesoro, one of my favorite. So, you know, anything he's saying about this, I'm absolutely going to believe it for sure. So Booker's itself, apparently Booker's, I'm not into bourbon, right? But all my bourbon people, if you do know Booker's, great. You know, it's supposed to be special as well. And apparently the 30th anniversary of Booker's, which of course celebrates the 30th anniversary, it's actually a combination of 70% 9-year-old and 30% 16-year-old bourbons, which it's kind of cool, right? But yeah, go down that rabbit hole as well, because again, hey, the focus here is on this bottle, and I am about to open it up. So again, hats off to the Camarena family. Super, super, super excited for this. And if you have not done already, after you're watching, please go check out that 75th anniversary, because that tequila was just absolutely incredible. And, you know, it's something where this bottle, you know, its retail is $500, $4.99, $5.50, right? And there's people out there that would never open a bottle like this. Oh, I'm going to save it for a special occasion. Well, you'll realize after going and watching that 75th anniversary, why you should open your bottles. You can't take it to the grave with you guys, all right? And you'll see in that review why I ended up opening this, and it really drove home a point. Got a friend of mine, Javier, and who is another huge fan of just spirits in general, right? But a huge agave fan as well. And I hear him all the time. He's that one where drink everything and anything. You can't take it with you. That moment is the special moment, right? Like right now, I'm going to remember shooting this video forever. Why? Because it's such a special tequila. And this is that moment. And I'm very happy to share this moment with you all. So with that being said, let me open this up. And it's just got like a plastic kind of pull tab up at the top. There we go. Come on, come on. Oh, that's a little tight there. There we go. All right. And overall, let your bottles pop. All right. Oh, yes. Taking a look at that Tahona topper. I love it. I love it. I love it. El Tesoro, like I said, one of my favorite brands. But the topper is super detailed. That's like super HD. They added some real in-depth grooves in there. And it kind of even looks like almost wet per se, right? Like they got like the juice of the agave on there. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I like that. And then the medallion there. Cool, great. Hey, thank you for being with us. If you have not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk, all right? Had to get that plug in, guys. Pouring this out. Man, oh, man, I'm excited. This is a very, very, very light extra añejo. You can see that on camera right there. Oh, God, look at the legs and tears on that. You can see the legs and tears right here. That is not moving, and that's incredible. 36 months, extra añejo, super light though, and that's what I really like. I mean, I drink El Tesoro extra añejo all the time, like their regular extra añejo, and it's super light as well. Look at those tears. They're not moving at all. Okay, they're finally moving. They're finally moving, all right? And but like I was saying, it's just so... It's light. Their regular extra añejo is really light, and this is actually really light as well. So I'm curious. I'm really curious to see what this is going to smell like, taste like. I appreciate you being on this journey. And cheers. Salud to you. Salud to El Tesoro. And yeah, let's put this up to the nose. Oh, man. If you watch the channel, you follow the channel, thank you. You know I love agave. That's it. Agave, like amazing. The smell, the taste of actual pure fresh agave, roast agave. I love my tequila, and that's why I drink tequila, because I love the agave flavor, right? So my blancos, I love to have them be agave bombs, getting a lot of fresh cooked agave in there, right? When you start aging, though, and you start taking those barrels start really impacting flavor into the spirit itself, right? And you can lose the agave flavor, especially if something's been aged in so long in a barrel, and those barrels already have flavors in it from what it previously had. Even if it's new, it has that wood. Like, it's, you know, it's a really a process per se that's going to impact that agave flavor, of course. What I'm finding out, which is so insane, is, and that's why I love the regular extra añejo, this still has such an incredible cooked agave flavor. Getting cherries as well on there. Some vanilla. I know that Booker's 30th, you know, it really had like a lot of vanilla flavor to it. But again, nothing that smells manipulated. There's this, you know, nothing that's been added, artificial, nothing like that. Those, you know, that wood, that oak can absolutely impart those flavors. Spices as well, leather, you know, just really like coffee, molasses even. Like, this is, oh man, this is a lot of layers for sure. Definitely a lot of layers for sure. That oak, it's such a nice balance of the cooked agave and the oak. Again, I haven't even touched this yet. And just to kind of spin that around again, I'm looking at those legs and tiers. That's not moving at all. A little bit there, but man, that is sticking around. And again, like, I remember tasting, doing a tasting once with Senor Camarena, and, you know, just watching him inhale the smells, the aromas from the cup, and it was just incredible to kind of hear him share the layers he was pulling out, the depths and smells he was really pulling out. Like, that's a master distiller, right? I think my nose works pretty well, but man, that's his olfactory glands. I think that's right. That's it, right? Like, they gotta be like golden. It's incredible. But I would really wonder what else could he pull out from this, because I'm getting a lot of cooked agave. Oak for sure, leather, like I said, cherries, like a dark cherry, maraschino even, like a fresh, real dark, oh yeah, some spices for sure, and just the vanilla is there, but overall the biggest flavor, smell, I should say, aroma I'm getting is absolute cooked agave. That's what you're smelling first and foremost as it enters the nose. And then as you really search through it, that's where you're going to start pulling out some of that other stuff. But hats off to everybody. Again, salud, cheers. Drink your bottles, guys, and let's do this. I'm about to take that sip. Yes. Cheers. Salud, everyone. Wow. Oh, man. It's got, you're getting, mouth is kind of dried out my mouth a little bit. But man, the flavors right now, I know what I want to say. I'm processing, like, oh man. Agave. Taking another sip. Sorry guys, I'm in a moment. I know I do this for videos and for sure to share with you all, but understand, like, I absolutely love agave. I love tequila, love mezcal, you know, all the cousins for sure. You know, if you follow the channel, and I do, you know, it's kind of like a zen when you're trying something for the first time, especially one of your very first, one of your favorite brands, you know. To just have this right now, it's kind of a zen moment to try this. So that's why I took that moment, just like to kind of bask in, like, man, this is absolutely delicious. Super excited right now. Let me take another sip. Oh yeah. Ooh, that leather. Oh man, I'm digging that. The very first sip, it was warm. It warms up your mouth. You getting flavors of black pepper. It's rustic for sure. But the agave on there, like I said, in the aroma, in the nose, you're smelling agave. In the palate, in the taste, you're getting agave. And that's just insane to me. What magic, La Oteña uses to get their extra añejos to consistently taste like agave still after all the aging. It really blows my mind. I love them for that. And really taking a sip on this, the agave's there. Those cherries are there for sure. It's that dark, even like maybe like a dark berry, right? Let me take this last sip. Oh yeah, really, even like leather, tobacco for sure. You're getting pepper, you're getting those spices. As it first enters, it's really like, okay, it's waking up your tongue, right? As I'm drinking, it's definitely on the drier side for me. And not a bourbon drinker at all, but I would imagine that's more kind of that bourbon kind of thing, right? And just, oh my God, I'm blown away. The agave that's still on there, and the beautiful balance of the pepper, the berries, the oak, the wood, dark coffee. Like, even though it's light, like you're getting a lot of those like those tones, those flavors of just like dark leather, coffee. Man, this is complex. This is definitely has some layers to it. Because even as I'm talking, and then that's where I share, there's some tequilas that I try here on this channel, and it comes in, there's some flavor and it's gone. This still, as I'm talking, it's been a minute now, 2 minutes, I still have the flavor on my tongue. That's exceptional tequila for sure. So this right here, hands down, absolutely delicious. As I'm talking as well, I did pull up and the website, and El Tesoro actually kind of breaks this down, has a page for this, and it's even saying there the finish is sweet, long, and creamy with a touch of spices. It's definitely got some spice to it. And hitting it, they even said licorice, a little bit of licorice, a little anise. Okay, I could see that. Banana, that's interesting, right? So talking about those layers in depth, they're saying there's banana on the palate. If I drink some and think about a banana, maybe even like a mature maduro, it makes sense because, again, they're even using very ripe agaves for this. And agave is kind of like banana. You have like a raw, uncooked agave, immature agave. It's going to be like a green banana. Not a lot of flavor, not a lot of sweetness. But if you actually, let that banana sit and turn brown, get ripe, right? Turn yellow and then brown, and get old, maduro. It's going to be a whole lot sweeter, and that's where I can see that coming in through here for sure. And yeah, man, caramel. Okay, I can see a little bit of caramel, but overall for me, the amount of agave on here and extra añejo, absolutely incredible. And those flavors of just, again, like the oak, the wood, but the leather, the coffee, the tobacco. I love it. Absolutely amazing. Hats off. And that's it. I appreciate you being here with us. If you have not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. All right, man, this is a long video. Like I said, I really enjoy drinking tequila, and El Tesoro, hands down, one of my favorite brands for sure. So super excited, super stoked, and just kind of took my time with this. And I appreciate you. If you did make it to the end of this video, thank you so much. And go check out that 75th anniversary. All right. Do it. Take care, everybody. Drop your comments down below. Would love to hear. And thanks for being with us.